Hi there. This video today is going to walk you through the program management feature in the Totara Learn LMS, along with a course page showing a blend of activities from content to face-to-face learning as well. So what you're looking at here is a typical dashboard on the LMS. This dashboard itself is dynamically pushed to the learner. We're logged in here as Alan, who's a new start to Learning Pool. So based on a set of rules called audience rules, Alan is dynamically pushed to the new start audience. So what you see here is a combination. This is a slider block, and these are some button blocks. So what we're going to look at is a program. So you can clearly see welcome to the Learning Pool induction. Click the click here button on the right to launch your new career. So what you're seeing here, this is a button block that's pointed directly to a program. And a program can be dynamically pushed to an audience. An audience is a group of users. So you can define the rules. So say an audience could be anybody with a certain position. An audience could be everyone who works in a certain department. An audience could be all users. An audience could be accounts that have been created in the past 60 days. And in this case, with Alan, falls into the New Start audience. Therefore, he's pushed the New Start dashboard and dynamically pushed the induction program. So if we click this button, one click, and it takes you directly to the program itself. So program is a group of courses, and you can create dependencies between those courses, i.e. do these courses first, and then you can move on to the next set, and so on. So we'll just walk you through this particular program. So you can see here, welcome to the Learning Pool induction. There's some completion criteria here. And as we move down, you can see that on the first day, it's recommended that you complete these three courses: Intro to Learning Pool, Intro to Our Values, and the Staff Handbook. And you can quite clearly see these three courses are complete. We're at 100%. So this is called a set, and this is set number 1. As we scroll down, you can then see set number 2, which is recommended that you complete in your first week. So you can see diversity in the workplace, GDPR, managing health and safety, and fire safety. And because this set is incomplete, i.e. all courses are not at 100%, we can't move on to the third and final set. So what we're going to do now is jump into a course page. But just to recap, a program is a suite of courses with dependencies between them, managed via sets, i.e. do set number 1, and once every course in set number 1 is complete, you can move on to set number 2, and so on. And you can push programs based on an audience. So, New Start audience, a customer service program pushed with anybody with the customer service representative role. A management and leadership program pushed to anybody with the manager role. So that's how you would give access to these programs to your multiple audiences on the LMS. And if you have that feed coming in from your HR system to manage movers, leavers, and joiners. So if someone is promoted to a manager and the LMS makes that change, they will dynamically be pushed then the management and leadership program. So we're going to move into set number 2, and we're going to open up the fire safety course. So a course on the LMS is a collection of content and activities. And within a course level, you can create dependencies between content and activities. So what I mean by that is complete the video first, then do the e-learning. And once you complete the e-learning, you're able to book on the classroom session. Once you're being marked as attended, you're able then to complete the quiz and therefore the entire course page. So what I'm going to do first is just going to walk you through the various blocks within this course page. At the top here, you have the course intro block. And you can configure the image, you can configure the text, you can configure these buttons here. The enroll or unenroll button will be made available if a course page is on the LMS that is not part of an audience enrollment. So if there's courses on there that you just want your learners to browse and maybe optional learning, they will click the enroll button. The content will be made available. If for whatever reason it's not suitable, they can unenroll themselves straight away. And that removes that course then from their record of learning. The trailer button is you can embed a little video and they'll open up a little window, play the video for the learner to give them a bit more insight into the course. And the share button will open up the learner's email client with a direct link to the course page so learners can share it. Along the left-hand side, you have the course completion status list, and this really shows the learner what they have to do in order to complete the entire course. So at the minute, we're at 25%. You can see that the video is complete with the green tick, and if we look at the tile representing the video, you can see the tick is there as well. The fire safety module, the session, and the assessment are still incomplete, hence the 25% status. If we move down, you'll see the activity results. So this is really if you want to add a little competition, a little gamified element to the course page where you can show learners the top 3 results. So when someone comes on, maybe their immediate instinct is, I want to beat that score. Because these are their colleagues completing the same course page. And the third block is the program progress block. And this really just mimics that program that we were just on. So if learners want to complete more than one course in one sitting, they don't have to go back to the home page and click on the program button again. They can navigate directly from the course page here. So if we hit previous, we can see the set number 1, and you can see that they're all done. Hit next, it'll show you the set that we're in, and the little arrow donates the fire safety course. And if we hit next again, you can quite clearly see set number 3, which is unavailable until we complete this full set here. So back up to the course page activities. So the first one is a video. And if you're using video, our recommendation would be to host it on the likes of YouTube or Vimeo and then stream it directly into the course page itself. And it just sits on the course page. The learner can play the video. And once it's complete, they can hit return to course page to complete the rest of activities. The second activity in this example here is a module. So this is really just any of the modules from the Learning Pool catalog can be obviously sat on the course page here. And one click and it'll open it up. It'll open up in a new tab and allow the learner to work their way through it. Now I'm not going to go through the full course module here, but just to show you, hypothetically, if the learner wants to work their way through this module, it could take 10-15 minutes. they close the tab down and it'll bring you back to the course page itself. The third activity is the classroom session. So this is where you get that blended approach then. So in the LMS, there is a feature called Seminar, which in the back end will allow you to input all your rooms, input all your equipment, and input all your trainers. And that way then you can report then of what rooms are being used and when they're being used, how often. You can give some detail around those assets as well. So for certain rooms, you can put in maybe the minimum numbers, the maximum numbers, the location. For trainers, you can put in some notes to say trainer A is suited for these types of courses. Trainer B is more suited to these subject matters, and so on. From a learner's point of view, when I click this tile, this then shows me all the sessions that are available. So as an LMS administrator, when you're configuring this course page, you select a new activity, you select the seminar activity, and you simply then select what rooms you want to use, when the sessions are running, and how long the sessions are running for. So in this case here, you can see all the up and coming events for the fire safety. The next one is the 3rd of July, runs from 9 to 5. It's in the boardroom. It has 15 seats available and the booking is open. If I want to see where that room is, I can click the little room details link and it'll show me the exact location. Close this up. I can then hit sign up. Now this is an out of the box sign up sheet. You can add in more fields. So these fields here can be added in. Perhaps you want to capture dietary requirements. You want to capture maybe a cost code or purchase order. And you can make those fields mandatory. And the learner will know that when they see the little red asterisk required field. So in this case here, receive confirmation by, it's defaulted to email with iCal appointment. I hit sign up and 3 things can happen. First thing is I am immediately enrolled onto the session. The second thing is my manager will get an email and the manager has to approve it. Or the third thing is the manager approves it and says yes. The final say goes back to someone in the LMS admin team, because maybe there's limited numbers and you wanted 3 per team or 3 per location to join in on the session. So the LMS admin can have a certain degree of control around that. Once a learner has been approved, they will get an email with joining instructions, which are configurable. They'll also get an iCal attachment as well, so they can add that into their online calendar. The trainer then can log into the session, take attendance, print out a sign-up sheet, but mark attendance on the system. So that's that activity then complete for the learner. And perhaps whilst they're in the session, they can log in on their own device because everything is completely responsive, or they can log in via any devices within the training room and complete their quiz. So we've watched the video, we've completed the learning, we've attended the session. Now we're going to actually prove that that we've retained that knowledge by completing the quiz. So I'll continue from my last attempt here just for demo's sake. I'm going to go back to question 1 to show you. So a quiz on the LMS is made up of multiple different question types. You can create a question bank of say 25 or 50 course questions, and it'll randomly draw down then each time. So if there is 10 people in a classroom doing the same quiz, they'll all get different questions from that bank. And they must achieve a pass mark, in this example, of 80% or above in order to complete the quiz and therefore complete the entire course page. So to recap, we have logged into the LMS as a new start. We're pushed the new start dashboard, and we're also pushed the induction program dynamically. We clicked on the program button. We've scrolled down to set number 2. We have opened up the fire safety course, and we've worked our way through it, and that's it complete. Optional items on this example is there's a live text chat functionality. And what that is if you want to make good use of your trainer, you could say that, right, a week after the session, next Wednesday from 2 o'clock to 2:30, I'm going to be on the live text chat if anyone has any follow-up questions. There's a feedback module that the learners you can leave that optional or mandatory. And there's a forum activity as well, which our learners get great use out of. And in this case here, these 3 items are optional. And that completes the program and the course page and the classroom booking system on the Totara Learn LMS. Thank you.